sorry, what we're gonna do today is try to where is it? Is it under testing? Skelly mesh. Good. Is it this one? That looks like the one. That looks like the one. So let's have a look at the fizz asset. Did we finish the physics asset? Has it loaded it in a background window? Is it just being slow? Yeah, there it is. Right. Okay. So it actually has physics assets and constraints all set up entirely. Which is nice. And they have been set up what looks to be somewhat sane. Somewhat sane. Not entirely sane. But it's also generated end bone physics asset components, which we do not need. So let's tidy this up. Let's see if we can't have some kind of a logical, working, cool and good physics asset. I don't know if we need all that. But it would be nice if the antennae were represented correctly. Stuff like this. You know, we have two physics capsules for the wing there. We don't need the one for the ends. And the feet as well. Get rid of those. Saw the best coffee cup the other day? Go on then, Reno. Hit me with it. What is this? When I dip my cookies into my milk, I think of you and hold them under until the bubbles stop. Oh my god. I think we're gonna get rid of all of the individual finger physics assets. Def hand or def palm? Def hand or def palm? Def hand or def palm? Good question. Good question. Poinky. It's gonna have to be palm, isn't it? Oh no, hand is connected to the wrist bone, right? So I don't know. Root does not need a glider. Fortunately for us, neither do the toes specifically. And this, what is this nonsense? Okay. Torso, I don't know what torso is connected to. I could have looked it up, couldn't I? I could have just been like, haha, bone torso. Where is it? That's fair. Just sniping out those. MCH torso parent, okay. Pop, 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 indeed. Death Tail R, we need that one. No. That is the torso capsule, okay. Deathbone Orge, or no. Nah. Ah, spine. We probably want to keep the spine ones just in case. Just in case the torso bones aren't good enough. Spine FK, get out. Spine 2R. And what's all this? Spine end. Yeah, this we want. This we do not want. Spine R end is. Oh no, we do. Wait, what? That is a bone? This is not a bone? I'm so confused. I think we need those. It is perhaps slightly more manageable now, at least. Zoom out and dehance. That's right. So def toe R is actually def foot, and def toe R end is actually def toe. It's fine. It's totally fine. I can deal with it. I can 112% deal with it. I can 312% deal with it. Doesn't even phase me, bro. Def foot R, yes. Primitive type, I can just change it here. Box. No, I can't. It'd be really cool if we could change the bone names in the editor, but we cannot. It's fun. Huh? Hmm. Yep. Oh. Arsenic_live with a 3. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy here. It's popping. Let me add you to the overlay. Oh yeah. Oh! Welcome on in. Huh? Oh, I was rotating the wrong thing, I see. I understand. It's the yawn stream. Welcome to the yawn stream, everybody. We spend all stream yawning. Do you know what I think would help us stop yawning? If we opened up page 20 on the advent calendar. Oh, it says 5 days to go on the inside. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I think that's one of the big problems that we had before. Is that we had this large collider for the head, and it was all contributing to mass. And that was possibly one of the reasons we were having some glitches. It doesn't seem I can turn off collision for individual Oh, I can. Look, no collision. Contribute to mass though. I can name I can name the physics asset, but I cannot rename the bones in the bone structure. Can I rename them here? No. Illegal. What app am I using? It's pretty embarrassing. Unreal Engine getting called an app. I guess it is an application, yes. Okay. Unreal Engine 5, 5.0.3. Soon to be 5.1, but not today because it's a big download. I can't download stuff on stream because it will lag the stream. And it's scary moving from one engine version to another. Moving from 5.0.0 early access to 5.0.0 release was it crippled me. It took like a week to solve all the bugs that it caused. But yeah, we're using the glorious real-time indirect lighting. This is a horrible marble texture. Where did I get this from? This is terrible. Look, they have the same noise map that goes across all the tiles. Look, you see this little bone shape? Oh, that's so low quality. I hate it. Where did this come from? This is a built-in asset, isn't it? Let's just ignore it exists. Let's just go outside for a brief moment. So if you're new here, which I guess you are because you just came here, I'm working on a video game with the wonderful /shoutout Science Streams. Create a fun but educational but fun video game about corrupting the GPU segments. Already? I haven't even been live an hour. I haven't even been live an hour and already you brick my GPU. For Christ's sake, Unreal. Anyway, I enjoy it. Stop. No, stinky. This is what happens when you use broken bleeding edge software, apparently. Tis what it is. And we're making a video game about ants predominantly. You play as an ant in an ant colony. Is Unreal easy to use? Yes, Unreal is possibly the easiest game making tool available, not a shill. Caveats, the only other game making tools that I've used are Basic 2.1, C, and Scratch. Scratch wasn't too bad, but it's really hard to actually do anything once you understand what a computer program does. You can't. It's like storing a variable in Scratch is mind-boggling. I still don't really know how it happens. Yet there are people out there who write, you know, ray traces in Scratch. So, you know, it's definitely feasible. You can definitely do whatever you want to do in Scratch. You know, online multiplayer, ray trace rendering, and it'll perform like ass, but it's possible. And that's what scares me. Do I make my own models or are they pre-made? Yeah, no. So Science Streams, Balint, has provided a large portion of the 3D assets for the video game. It's his visual commercial IP. So he's written a book with his wife Lita about ants, and this is so I think it's designed to be somewhat of a tie-in. So large swathes of the models, the large characterful ones, the good models, the sun, the tree, the seats, the benches, the mushroom, the pillars here, and the ant crest. They're all made by Balint. I made the soil. if you can call that an achievement, I made the soil. The floor is just a generic cube from the engine assets. These are made by Balint. Cool table made by Balint. We've also got some imported assets, I believe, somewhere. Top secret. Top secret. STF. Landscape Pro. I don't know what I'm looking for in there. Sconch folder. I don't know what that's for. Oh, we have some let me just load up the level, in fact. Which is in asset tools. We have a little asset zoo that doesn't really work that well, but it's, you know, it is what it is. It only doesn't work well because it runs in the editor, and to run something in the editor, it doesn't do real-time garbage collection. Because it doesn't do real-time garbage collection, it runs out of RAM very quickly because they're quite large. They're quite large files. It has to download and upload and move to the memory. I think loading a level might fix the problem. Loading a level might flush any kind of cached data. I don't know. But as I understand it, they do all look very good. Yeah, I agree. He also did the character models for the princess, for the queen ant, all of the different ant casts, which is fantastic. Some of the models have reverse hulls. I've asked gently if there was a way of fixing the reverse hull models, and maybe there will be, maybe there won't be. Maybe we'll just have to suck it up and use a replacement thing. Maybe we won't. I don't know. We don't know. We'll never know. My PC is firing all cylinders right now. It is throwing heat. My word. You know, it's a warm boy. That means I'm gonna be a warm boy. Balint, someone's saying nice things about your models. They said that your models are really nice. I agree. The large majority of the models that you've created are really fantastically detailed. Which goes well with the Unreal Engine 5, by the way. Not a shill. Why? Because it's true. Who said this? Arsenic Live said this. They just came here today. They've seen this for the first time. They don't even know who you are. And they said, it looks nice. And I agree with them. And I was just loading the zoo so I can show them the other assets that we've stolen from other people. Do they know you're a dummy item? No. Good morning to you, Freshie. How are you feeling? There was a brief period of my life where everyone's nickname was just their name, the first syllable of their name, and then la at the end. Do you understand where this comes from? I don't know. Freshie and Balint. You're at 60k, getting close to VIP? I don't know what you're talking about, Berlin. I have absolutely no understanding. Just got back from physio. Man, I could do with some physio. Someone could just like grab me, rip my spine out, make my spine the correct spine shape, and then put it back in. 100k redeem, right? No, that's just getting rid of orbs. Reno's at 150k. Maybe I should put a VIP reward in. Maybe it will be a million orbs, and you can pay to win. Million orb. That's what I'm doing. Why haven't you redeemed a VIP? He's saving up so he and Claire can duel me at Magic the Gathering and show how bad I am at Magic the Gathering, because I put my decks back together in a rush, and I have cards in one deck that I need really to be in both decks, but I only have one of each card because there is no VIP. Exactly, Reno. Oh, there's no authentication on the 100,000 orbs dip. Don't just randomly wantonly press that button. I should change that really quickly. There was a network error. Please try again. Thanks, network error. I'm Bardaki. There you go. Everyone go check out Fresh Meat 911. Is it 911 or 911? Let me just Scooby-Doo, viewer rewards, channel pointingos, edit, not that one, no, go back, rewards and challenges, edit. Oh, it doesn't skip the rewards queue, that's fine. There you go. There you go. There you go. Either way, there's a story behind it, but it's not stream friendly. Uh-oh. I don't know what's happening here with Asset Zoo. Friendly Asset Zoo, could you... Friendly Asset Zoo. You'll wait for me to get my decks in order, mana? No. Also no. How did you do italics? Whoa, how did you do italic? You're half watching my stream while you draw? Drawing is a skill. You don't really need to see anything in the stream right now. Literally nothing is happening. You check your bits reward. You check your Radorbs reward. You might have to refresh the page, actually. Oh no, it's right there. Scooby-Doo. Italics. How'd you do that? Wait, is it this? That's too pricey? It's the same price as everyone else. Italic. Mana's at Berlin with the redeem price. Berlin, it's only 105k. Berlin's is only 105. You have a VIP redeem? Well, maybe we'll review the price. Maybe we'll review the price, you know, at a more suitable price reviewing time. Maybe 100,000 orbs is enough, but at the same time, I don't know. It's tricky, isn't it? There are people who are here all the time who probably deserve a VIP that shouldn't have to buy a VIP. And then there are people who should buy a VIP, but the idea that they're here all the time anyway, but they don't want a VIP, they don't chat, but they have enough points. Slash me with no space. Is that it? Cries in paw. Goes outside for some fresh air. Oh boy. I think I may have crashed the editor, kids. I think I may have destroyed Unreal. It's literally just spinning. It's just spinning the discs and my PC and my fans, and my PC's getting hot and nothing seems to be high. It says loading assets to 100%. You can see that. Woo! Be right back. I am returned. It still hasn't opened. So, what happened while I was gone? It was just some post. I realized you can't hear anything on the PC, and neither can I. I mean, there were no sounds specifically, but thank you, Rena, and welcome back. But I was running an amp, so let's not do that. Man, I just wanted to show off this cool thing, and it won't even load. What a letdown. Oh. Is my mouse charged? That's a bigger question. It is! Wow, this thing charges fast. This lad. Let me just unplug the wire. Using a while. Do I have a Discord server? Absolutely. There should be a button underneath the stream. Or if you're on thank you for the lurk, Freshie. Welcome to the lurk zone. You have been lurked. If you're on mobile, you have to go to the info tab and then scroll down to the little tabos and then press it exactly one time and then wait for a very long time for it to actually register the click and open. The Twitch Android app is just it's a bit frustrating sometimes, isn't it? So I'm at an impasse, right? I can't I can't force close the Unreal Editor. Still here to get some things done elsewhere. Don't let me keep you. Do not let me keep you. Go live your life, Freshie. Live your best life. Speaking about living your best life, you're watching on a laptop, but you can't see you can't see the Discord. So here is the stream page as you see it, or as someone with no internet will see it. You scroll down, and then there's a little tab. There's a little tab here that says Discord, and then there's actually the Discord link on the screen right now. Nice docs, bro. You found it? Nice. And then there's a Twitter feed, my PC. It's Freshie from Canada. Is that right? So. It is. It is. Anyway, as we were, welcome to the Discord if you did just enter the Discord. There's a new thing in greet. In server. Yeah. So we're kind of just stuck in this little cycle here, because if I force close the Unreal Engine, there is a chance that we'll lose some unsaved whatever that we have open. I don't know what we had open. We had just the physics asset as far as I remember, but I don't know, man. Ah, the secret angle. Yes. Anyway. Do I draw? No. I am the furthest thing from an artist you'll ever find on the internet. Ignore all the art programs installed on my PC. They're there by necessity, I'm afraid. But I do like to make the voxel lads. Let me show you the recent voxel lad. The recent lad of voxels. Motorbike. Brum brum. Excuse me. Excuse me. There's one of these. There's in fact we could go to the render tab. Oh, and it would look extra cool. Cat keeps going in the bin. Cat does not belong in the bin. Cat, stop it. Stop it, cat, right now. I'll come over. Let's see what other sketches we had in that folder. Sketch A, I think is... Sketch A is just a random old sketch full of stuff. With translucent stuff. Because there are only, what, 4 colors? Let's get out of render mode. So we got some food stuffs. We got some cup. We got some cups. Like a wine glass or something. We got some guns. They're nice. And then we got sketch B. All guns. Only guns and guns accessories. Big guns, small guns, flare guns, revolvers. I think there's a Derringer there. Race gun at the top there. Very nice. We got a sketch C, some swords. I'm giving Mabus Games a run for his money on this one. Speaking of Mabus Games, Maybe it's games. Maybe it's games. Maybe it's games. Maybe it's games. Fantastic game developer. Asset developer. Asset creator. Friendly social media expert. Found himself a team to work with on an actual projet, which is fantastic. And sketch D, no, more guns, but this time slightly larger than small guns, medium-sized guns. There's a little, I think it started out as a Mac, but it slowly turned into an MP7 with an underbarrel. I don't know why. Inspired, of course, inspired. Legally distinct. You're gonna post some art in the Discord? Please feel free. Feel free to post some art in the Discord. Unless it's not child friendly, then post it in the not. And then don't post it. Don't post it. I realize you will not have authorization for any of that stuff. But yeah, feel free. I understand now that people not being able to see the NSFW parts of the server would maybe lean them towards the idea that the whole thing, it's not. Everything clean. Okay? Safe for work content on the stuff that you can see only. I should put that in the rules. Fuck. I am by far and the worst Discord mod on the planet. Anyway, yeah, so we've got a, I don't know what this is. Silencer? We got a top mounted ACOG. We've got a pistol sight. Like a little reflex. I don't know what that is. Compensator maybe? I don't know what I was thinking when I made any of this stuff. But it exists. Ready to go in game. Air quotes. And then the bike, which we've already seen. Just much more bikey. You know, it's true. BMW do only make ugly bikes. Doesn't have any headlights. What am I doing? I want them to be inset, but if I make them inset, it ruins the flow of the look of the front of the bike as well. I could just make it like the front. Again, it will ruin the look of the bike. Your stepdad talks too much? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks about the right kind of size for a motorbike to be. If your earphones in, he keeps talking at you. Yeah, I feel that. I too have had earphones in and been talked at before. And you have to take the earphones out and be like, what? And they're like, You put the earphones back in and they say something, you're like, what? You left the room and he's still talking. I don't know how this is gonna work. How is this gonna ride on this bike? I can't see it. I can't visualize it in my head. Reno, do you have a license for bikes? Can you drive bike? I was thinking about getting a license for bike. But I don't even have a license for car yet, so it's my baby. Did it load yet? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I've done a terrible thing. You don't have one, no. I've done a terrible thing, and please forgive me. Please forgive me for doing the terrible thing. Only Class C. Thank you for the follow again, MX Zenith. Again. Welcome to the channel. Again, I hope you enjoy it here. Again. Let me add you to the overlay. First time. And open a boosty pack. We've hit that stage. 10 followers have entered the channel. You. Gotta do some tidying in this phone, man. Fucking stuff everywhere. Do I have Twitter blue? What a meme. What an absolute meme. Paying for that shit. Did you know that if you don't like the adverts that you see on Twitter, you can just block the account that's advertising and you'll never see those adverts again? Been meaning to stop by and watch the game being developed? Uh-oh. You've come at exactly the wrong time. But in general, yes. Monday, Tuesday are the days that we do the game development. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the days that I don't stream. Because I go to work, keep the lights on, pay for the electricity that the beast is taking. I see you've come from the Balint side of the server. Is there a small halo around those? There's a small halo around those snowflakes. Oh, piss off. You kidding me? I thought they were alpha pre-multiplied. I thought I set them to 32-bit. Oh. I demanded 8-bit color. 8-bit color, 8-bit color, 8-bit color, 8-bit alpha. And what is it giving me? Is that 8-bit alpha? Does that look like 8-bit alpha to you? Don't make me go back into that project. Don't make me open that project again, please. Anything with that. Rui saw what happened last time. What were we meant to call you anymore, man? I can't keep calling you Prime because your name isn't Prime anymore. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. Later today we'll be playing ancient and relict video game Steel Battalion. You might be interested in that. I don't know. I'm interested in that. Anyway, good day to pie. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Whenever you put a name sticker on a creature, you may return a good day to pie from your graveyard to your hand. Rat in the Hat. Sacrifice Rat in the Hat. Until the end of the turn, you may cast target creature card that has a hat from your graveyard. Motion Sickness. Enchant creature. When Motion Sickness enters the battlefield, tap and counter creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Whenever you visit an attraction, you may attach Motion Sickness to target tapped creature. Oh, wow. Hat Trick. Target blocking or block creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until the end of turn. If it has a hat, it gains double strike until the end of turn. If you and that creature each have a hat, the creature gains triple strike until the end of turn. Mistakes were made. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token for each fire extinguisher you can see from your seat. The park map. I really like the art of the park map. It's a great art card. I love it. 1. Sacrifice park map. Search your library for a land card that doesn't have the same art as a permanent you control. Reveal it. Put it into your hand and then shuffle. Blank Goblin. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on it. Add fire, red, for each unique vowel on that sticker. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Of course. The Scampire. When Scampire enters the battlefield, you get ticket, and you may put a sticker on a creature in your graveyard. 3. Black. Return target creature card with a sticker on it from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. Done for the day. At the beginning of your end step, if you control an employee, a performer, or a robot, you may get a ticket or create a treasure token. If you control all 3, you may put a sticker on a non-land permanent you own. The Quick Fixer. Menace. Whenever Quick Fixer deals combat damage to a player, open an attraction. 2/3. Oh, don't try this at home. There it is. Whenever a hot sauce you control will deal damage, it deals that much damage +1 instead. Something hot as if it has hot things in its art, like fire or explosions. I'm not making that up. It literally just says that. 1 red. Sacrifice. Don't try this at home. It deals damage equal to twice the number of hot cards in your graveyard to target creature or planeswalker. It's funny. And we get a beautiful full art surface of the plains, planet plains. We got an information booth. That's the noise he's making there. Is that plankton? Hold on. Visit, draw card. We get a Scar storybook ride. I think we got this one, yeah? Visit X on the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of attractions you visited this turn, including this one. You may play those cards this turn. At the beginning of the next end step, if those cards remained exiled, put them at the bottom of your library in any order. It's pretty cool. This expansion has the funniest cards. Yeah, it's meant to. That's. Oh, look! We have a contortionist token now, finally. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may fold this token in half. No! Just hold on. Can I actually focus into that? Please let me do this. That's funny. I like it. And of course we get the sticker sheet. I'm very sorry everybody. It's a manual focus camera. I know you kids are used to your shiny autofocus cameras these days, but I'm poor, so I could only afford the one shiny autofocus camera, and I don't use it in any kind of photographic way. Anyway, Yorgmoth, Merfolk, Soul, Snake, Sword. Hands, run! Yeah, good. When this permanent leaves the battlefield, target player discards a card, and when this permanent leaves the battlefield, create 5/1/1 white clown robot artifact creature tokens. 35 out of 48. 3/3/6/5. Perfect. Perfect. Let me just snap my spine in half here. Oh! That wasn't my spine, don't worry. It wasn't my chair, though. What a great chest. Thank you again, last 10 followers coming to the channel. MX Zenith for triggering the redeem. And I hope you all enjoy it here. And, you know, while Unreal decides... Hey, it loaded! It loaded! It loaded! It loaded! It loaded! It loaded! It only took that long. But we have the Asset Zoo. This is what Arsenic Live wanted to see, potentially. This is what I wanted to show Arsenic Live. To prove that I can't actually make any 3D models myself, because I'm a baby. It's mostly flora, mostly tropical flora that we have. I don't know what this, a root bundle, yeah, of course. They all have. It's really cool because the scene is rendered with Lumen still. You know, so everything is completely wild. Everything is so wild it's destroying my PC's frame rate. Don't judge me. I know Prime Codec is about to judge me for lowering the screen percentage, but it looks fine. It looks fine. Anyway, so we have a whole bunch of foliage, and we have a whole bunch of these diskies. Every time I lower the graphics quality of my engine, you laugh. It's a thing. It's a thing. So we have a whole bunch of tropical-esque plants. PN, Pandanus, the TJP ground cover. Whoa, look at that ground cover. Yeah. TJP grass. Fantastic grass. Lovely mesh cards. But I'm not a 3D artist. I'm not a graphic designer even. I'm barely even a game dev at this point. Nordic B-Form VDV, Nordic B-Form VD4, a bunch of stones and pebbles, UKH, and we scaled these up, didn't we? Are these not like massively scaled up pebbles? Because they're mega scans. Like they've scanned the rock with enough fidelity to like fill an entire hard drive. Where are the Balint meshes? Where are the cool science meshes in this area? Did I not put them out yet? How remiss of me. There are a bunch of really cool science meshes that we have as well, but they're not here, apparently. These are just the Megascans and the non-Megascans assets. Easy. Watch it. So the stuff on the left is Megascans, and stuff on the right is other generic asset pack stuff. You did not develop UE4, UE5. You only laugh at UE, made by Large Copper. Oh, okay. I'm glad we cleared that up. It is still funny, though. Fan palm. So yeah, like, all of this stuff is just fantastic, and it will go into the final product, I'm sure. Now we've loaded every single asset into memory, and it will stay there for the rest of the stream. Yeah, Megascans, other assets. Mega Balint, there it is. The Mega Balints. There is actually something I want to do in the asset zoo. I want to... Hello? Oh, it's already instanced. It's already instanced, kids. We don't have to worry about it. We didn't come here to do this, though. What did we come to do? What were we doing before any of this even happened? Why are there bananas on the floor just randomly? I mean, fine, I guess, but... Now, I have thought about packaging this so I can walk around it, you know, for free. Air quotes for free. Because gravity works. Yeah, no, but, like, they look like they were clipping into the ground, that's all. I'm going to add an extra factor of 10 to the x and y of this plane. Just because mostly because I can. That's much better. Is that not just much better? Anyway, we were doing this. Yeah, we were doing this. Right, we don't even need to unload the level to do this. I'm sorry, Balint. We're back to the physics asset. I know. I feel like it's progress that has been lost to time at least 4 times. But we were trimming up the torso collision, right? And we came across a problem because we have Def Spine 01R, and Def Spine 01R is that, which is totally fine. And then we have Def Spine 01R end, which is the head, which is fine. And then we have, is it this one? Org spine 01 tweak spine. Yes, I don't think we need that. And spine FKR, we don't need that either. An MCH torso parent. That's a weird bone. I'm not gonna lie. MCH torso. It doesn't seem to be a bone at all. So I wonder if we even need to deal with it. Root is fine. So I'm gonna get rid of these two. And I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. So we're gonna use spine as the entire body, I guess. We could actually have one on spine 2 as well. You know what? Let's split the body into two halves, because mostly because we can, but also because swag, and also because then the bottom half can be slightly wider than the top half. That might be nice. More natural for more natural collisions. I don't know. Look at all those joints. I know. Look at all those joints and joint constraints. It's almost like this mesh and rig was made by professional 3D artists who knew what they were doing. Add shape, cap swale, primitive, cap swales, 0.2. Speaking of 0.2, should I go check out Irish John Games? It's a fantastic game developer working on a cool game about pirates. Irate pirates, potentially. That's right, Reno. 2. it's important that we tie the physics asset portion of the mesh to the bone which it represents closest, because the bone will deform the transform of that mesh, and that mesh will be part of the complex collision of the mesh collider with itself and other primitives when the default capsule collider stops working in the instances of Ragdoll or other things. And you also need a physics asset for it to exist happily in the world. Like the engine will just complain if you don't have a physics asset. It'll be like, hey, what? Whatcha? Where's your physics assets? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to get called out by the engine, I think. You rate irate pirates when irrational and overrated are rate. Hey Hugh, how you feeling? How are we? I'm alright. Little bit slow engine day, a little bit physics asset day. It's been a bit warmer this past couple of days as well. Fingers crossed that goes into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I'm not literally dying of cold at work again. Brain is irate at all the options available for making what you want to make. True, woo woo. These days there is no dearth of options for free creative content creation solutions. For example, the Unreal Engine. Add shape, add a sphere, add a sphere, add a sphere. There we go. Yes, contribute to mass. No collision. So we're replacing some of the larger mass contributing colliders with non-mass contributing non-colliders. Deciding whether you should stick to 3JS or go to Rust with WebGL or just use Unity or Unreal Engine. Have you ever coded a game engine before? I'm not trying to put you off you. I'm not trying to put you off you. I just want you to know that if you try and make a video game in Rust with WebGL from the ground up, it might take longer than you want it to take, and it might be more difficult than you might want it to be. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that the challenge of writing an engine from scratch in Rust with an OpenGL WebGL renderer is a bad thing. I'm just saying you're going to be up for the challenge. Maybe you should talk to Artie. Speaking of talking to Artie, check out Arte Bilklaus. Professional artist, professional game developer, professional streamer, professional hiker. Is he Swedish or is he from Holland? I can't remember. And he's Swedish, right? But he moved to Holland and he lived there for a long time. I can't remember. I can't. I'm sorry. Every time I remember it wrong. So you know what? I'm not even going to try and mislead you this time. Just know that he's a very proficient lad and he does stream and you should check him out. We do enjoy the proficient lads in this area. You're looking for the right tools to make the content that you want. What content do you want to make you? What content do you want to make? Do you want to make a social media platform? Am I good with PC builds? Yes? No? Yes? Is it hard to be bad at doing a PC build? The only thing that will slow you down is if you're trying to do a custom hardline water loop. That's basically the only thing that's going to stop you in your tracks doing a PC build these days. You just grab the parts that stick together and stick them together and turn it on, and then it works. And if it doesn't work, you send it back to the shop and get a replacement. I don't think people should be stressed about this anymore. Although troubleshooting a PC build, if you buy from multiple different shops and don't ask them to assemble it for you, can get a little bit tricky. Games and interactive 3D stuff. VR, XR, AR, ray traced, not ray traced, realistic, stylized. And you can do it in any of the modern game engines. Try Godot. Everybody I know seems to rave about how good Godot is and how cool Godot is. What specs would you recommend for making a high quality 3D game? Yes, spec. Yes, spec. Do spec. If you want to make games, you don't really need a very beefy PC. And I know Prime is going to laugh at this again. And Irish John Games is going to laugh at this also again. Like, to run Unreal Engine, you don't need a beefy PC. I stand by that. Because all of the rendering technology that goes into rendering the game looking good, this is at what, high? You can always just change like the quality of the render in the viewport to make it YouTube exists. You can change the render quality of the viewport scene to match your PC specs in Unreal. So Unreal is perfectly viable for an absolute potato. Just ask ChatGPT. Exactly. Just ask ChatGPT, kids. It knows everything. When you get to a render at screen percentage 25, it starts to look a bit crusty, but it's part of the charm. You can tell yourself that. You can also cap the frame rate. You can change the rendering settings for the in-engine camera, etc., etc., etc. You don't have to worry about having a strong PC to run the engine. You have to only worry about your target audience having a strong PC. And then at the end of that, surely you can simply implement the scalability settings that you have in your engine version of the game to the end user, which means that they should be able to run it on a potato. The only caveats to this is if you want to use Lumen, if you want to use Nanite, you need DirectX 12, which requires Windows 10 1909 service pack installed. ChatGPT, what got you stuck in this rabbit hole? Oh dear. You want to use Blender and stuff. You can use Blender on a potato. Blender's been out for years. Blender is totally, you can use, yeah, you can totally use Blender on anything. It barely uses GPU hardware enhancement anyway, so it doesn't matter as long as you got a decent enough modern CPU. You know, something from the last 10 years, you should be able to use Blender fine. No issue. Air quotes, no issue, right? There's always going to be a ceiling to what you do, but you're talking to the guy who likes Krita using vectors. Stove had a gas leak, and y'all almost never saw you. Holy shit, Reno. Holy fucking. You need to gas engineer, bro. It's illegal to fix that stuff without a gas engineer, man. Not bad at Blender, you just haven't used it in about a year and a half. Well, that's fine then. You're all set. You are beyond set, Arsenic. You are at the exact zenith of your creative talents. I need to reset the counter on the thing. I opened the card pack, but I did not take it off. That was a secret brain hack to me trying to trick myself to open 2 card packs. Bet. So we don't need the you need those? We don't need that. Or this. Your stepdad is gonna fix it. You last used it when you was in school. Wow. Good thing you was there because someone wouldn't have noticed it. Holy shit. Good job you were there, Reno. Hey. Good job you were there. Blue. I can't see this kind of FOV and not think of Quake Team Arena. Do you remember playing video games like this? Where you can like see out the side of your ears? It's just a weird effect, isn't it? The optimal kind of angle for rendering a game to a screen is like 15, 20 degrees. It's like you just got to cut the circle right at the angle subtended by your monitor. Blender running an Intel Core Duo i3 Linux, 15-year-old shite laptop, not ideal for large detail or large scenes. True. That's a fair point. An Intel Core Duo i3 on Linux is not going to be a great starting point if you want to use a Blender to do large stuff or detailed stuff, or if you want to use Unreal at all, because you know, you'd have to compile the engine from source code. 5, you wouldn't be able to use Lumen or Nanite because at the moment it runs on DX12 and they have not implemented it in Vulkan, but they're working on it. They're working on a Vulkan, apparently, allegedly. But anyway, what were we doing? Physics asset. They added a UE build now for Linux. Oh wow! Built-in, automatic. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. If you want to make money, don't use open source software. True. True woo woo epic slam. Out of box. What is open source software? The laptop is now broken with something in it short-circuiting. Okay, that's tricky. Broken laptops are tricky. They can be fixed by those of a certain proficiency. This isn't going to work, obviously. The channel you're shouting out does not exist. Yes, GG. Well played, Sir Rossman. Open source software is something that Elon Musk hates. If the richest man in the world hates it, it is bad. This is the wrong bone. You are referencing the wrong bone, surely. You are referencing the wrong bone, sir. The wrong bone, sir. You are referencing, sir, the wrong bone, sir. The wrong bone, sir. Sir, the wrong bone. What the fuck is going on here? So we did actually want to use Palm. We absolutely wanted to use Palm and not Oghand. Oh, for God's sake. Your friend replaced the charge port in your laptop because you thought that was the issue, but now the thing is to do with the motherboard. Yeah. As I say, troubleshooting a laptop issue is extremely difficult and problematic and requires someone with the technical expertise to look at the laptop's motherboard and be like, yeah. What is this then? What kind of laptop is it? Not that I'd be able to tell you anything good, but at least if we know what it is, we can have a look at the motherboard. Is it hit VTuber Manadono? Is it hit non-VTuber Attack on Snacks? It's the Acer? Okay. I don't think they have schematics to Aces. I know a lot of people who fix Aces for a living. I'm so tired for some strange reason. I don't know why. Everyone can check out Attack on Snacks. They're here now, and they can receive fully the credit of their shout out. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how can you describe the perfect streamer, really? Man with the shoutouts? Gotta spread the love around. Gotta get people following the right channels, you know? I mean, who even is XQC? Who even is Grenadi? What even is a gold medal in Trackmania? What even am I looking at here? There are bones overlaid with bones. I want this bone. I can't click on the bone. Yeah, okay. Org forearm is this bone here? Fuck, I'm natural. This is what I'm confused about, right? What are we looking for? ORG forearm R. We'll just grab this one. It's fine. That's not right, is it? What about deaf upper arm? Why are there two sets of bones for one set of arms? Barely slaps you, I'm zombie. Why are there two sets of bones for one set of arms? This is what I don't get. And why do they have equal prominence? I'm freaking out. It looks like that hurts. Probably does. It probably... What have we got here? We got deaf bone L end. This does nothing because it's an end bone. Right? Because it was exported from Blender with end bones attached. This is a shoulder. And this is a shoulder, right? So we can do that. Then we can also grab this. I'm sure there's a big brain thing going on here. I'm sure there's like a really good reason why this controls one vertex on the hand apparently. Sorry, this one controls one. No, it doesn't even control one vertex. Like it controls a group, a whole line of vertices. Am I gonna have to open this in Blender? Are we gonna have to go to the export? Are we gonna have to go to the blend file? Shoulder for days? Don't be happy about me having to open something in Blender. Don't ever you be happy about me having to open something in Blender. Am I in the Christmas spirit? You're not in the Christmas spirit? Snacks? Have you eaten enough Pringles? Have you consumed enough Jolly Snack? I wonder if I can go to my excuse me. I wonder if I can go to my Dropbox, my Google Drive without doxing myself. Berlin already knows my email address. Damn. Drive.google.com. Oh, you don't. Drive. Almost out of space. Buy more space. Buy more space. Buy more space. shared with me, and there should be some cool shit. Oh shit, dude! Somebody shared with me. I mean, obviously someone. How did they get my email address to share that with me? Uh-oh. Blender Unreal. Is it this? Antonia game? Game Antonia Part 0. Antonia Mesh Skeleton. Font files. Virtual cities. Virtual cities? CC Gamer assets. Christmas ideas. Uh-oh. Children of Bottom Bed of Raises. Attack of the Brick God? I have vague memory of some of this stuff. I think it is Blender Unreal. Antonia Princess Blender Unreal. .blend. Can I just download it? I have already downloaded it once. Fantastic. Ah! Snacks! Thank you for the 300 bits. You gotta stop now. You gotta promise, you gotta... Thank you so much. It's like an early Christmas present. It's like an even earlier birthday present. Alright, let's sort this out now. Oh! Yeah, I can see the two skeletons. I can... Antonia Princess Armature. 100%. I can see the two skeletons. Interlinked. Reno is an honorary mod. Arsenic might go to sleep soon. That's fine. That's totally... If you need to rest, you should rest. The body is gone. Only the tiara remains. It's fine. It's there. 3 a.m. Gonna sleep. Enjoy your sleep. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks again for the follow. No, I'll see you around. been around Claire too much, you pick up mod habits. Uh-oh. I have closed the Unreal Engine, and I regret that decision. I regret that decision greatly because I need it to be open now so we can have a look at what's going on and why it's going on and why there are two skeletons that don't share the same root. And we're not going to have enough time to fix it today. But let's at least ascertain the problem, and let's make a plan. Let's write in the Trello a plan of how we're going to solve this, and I'll find the link to the video of rigging in Blender for Unreal, because there's a very specific thing. There's 2 very specific things. There's 18 very specific things you have to do in Blender to get an export working in Unreal, because Unreal expects that you're going to be working in a professional 3D environment like Maya or ZBrush or Fusion 360 or 3ds Max or any one of these, premium softwares which cost money to actually use. But I'm not, because I'm poor. And also rigging in those softwares, I've heard, sometimes is a nightmare. Anyway, let's go back to the testing folder. Because the game Antonia Mesh Skeleton, Antonia Princess UE Skeleton, and Antonia Princess UE 2 Skeleton was the closest we get. What's this? Antonia Princess 2 1 Skeleton. What's the difference? So we're using Antonia UE 2 1. And put this on one side. We can put this on one side. I don't know why this is still trying to play something. I think it's trying to. Oh, I can't say. And this is gonna suck, because now we have 2 viewports with wildly different control schemes, and it's gonna hurt my brain to try and navigate them both. So, things that I notice: we have a connecting bone in the wrong place between the antennae. That's meant to be from the top of the head, but it's actually coming from the base of the head. In fact, is it coming from the base of one of the spine deform bones? We have 2 spines. We have 2 tails. And are those viewable in the Unreal Engine? Have we got the 2 tails visible? No. Only one of the tails is visible. What is it? You are torso. That's torso. Torso is a bone. Torso is most certainly a bone in this hierarchy. 100%. We've seen the torso bone before. It's just kind of squished in there, isn't it? So the MCH skeleton, the whole thing. I don't get it. What's this? Why can't you just show it to me in the fucking outliner, bro? Why are there bones here that aren't in the bones? Huh? This is Princess Antonia Armature Death Tail R. Yeah. This. MCH torso parent torso spine 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 FK tweak spine org spine death tail R death tail R death tail R. So those panic. It's not a panic. I don't think it's a panic. I'm just a little bit confused as to some of the things that are going on here. I don't really want to have to do a vertex paint of the whole thing. Like the legs have been segmented like this. It's not definitely a marked improvement over the first two skeletons, but it's not. As you saw in this, you know, the end bone does nothing. The end bones aren't tied to anything. So the export has added end bones, which are meant to finish off. You're gonna go eat pie, have a fun stream. Thank you so much. I'm just, you know, I'm just looking, because if we don't have a skeleton, if we like this, it's gonna be hard to animate because it has the legs. The legs probably won't be an issue to animate because all of the bones line up, and I'm sure their vertex paints are fine. But it would be simpler to have the legs animate like a normal leg, right? You have a connection here to the leg, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have 2 extra bones. Snacks is going to attack some snacks. That's how it's going to be, I'm afraid. We'll just call it a learning experience. So Unreal doesn't really care about the direction of the bone. It does care about the direction of the bone and the length of the bone. But the attachment of the bone, the way the bone goes together, you can see that we have these 3 bones, but they're the wrong 3 bones in Unreal, right? You can see the bone at the end is Death Tail End, which does not exist in this model. We have Death Tail R, Death Tail 1, 2, and R, right? Death Tail R, Death Tail O1R, and Death Tail O2R, right? So they form a hierarchy chain here, and then there's Death Tail O2R End, which is a tiny bone at the end that's been pasted onto the end here. But it propagates the visual backwards in Unreal, right? So where the bone starts is accurately represented, and where the bone ends has been curtailed by a Death Tail End bone added in the export of the mesh. The thing that worries me most are the arms, how we have 2 sets of interlocking skeletons. And it's fine. I'm sure it's a non-issue to simply delete the extraneous bones, re-vertex paint the mesh, and it'll work fine. It'll be fine. It will be fine. What are those tiny bones down there? Why are they so tiny? Why is the root all the way over there? The root is actually fine. I think the root bone is fine. But there are 2 root bones in Unreal for some strange reason. There are 2 skeletons, in fact, in both Unreal and Blender. There's MCH, skeleton, and then there is the other arm. I'm searching, that's why. There's this, which has got the root bone. The spine bone. And the MCH torso parent. The MCH torso. See, I'm not a fan of MCH torso parent and MCH torso. Everything else in that is fine. And the spine, actually, the spine's garbage. So this spine is more akin to what we would see. Render 1010. Konnichiwa. That's right. Shikama. That's right. What is up? What's up is me going crazy just before I get a drink for cup of the day, because I was doing the fizz asset for the princess model, and I discovered that there were overlapping bones, and we discovered that those bones actually have a very, very interesting capabilities when they are wrangled. So this one's fine. In fact, that's a non-issue because that's an end bone. But we have this, and then we have this, right? Can you see the problem? I'm sure you can see the problem. What is it that you're using? Yes. Yes, I'm using the yes. So I have. Oh, it's a weird non-human thing. Yeah, yes, it's a non-human yes, but yes. Yes, it's not yes. It's an ant. It has 6 limb. You have extra IK bones. Yes. 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 No. Yes. No. Yes. No. I have 2 sets of arm skeleton. That's what I have. That's an end bone again. Once again, I have selected the end bone and been played by the system. So the hand bone is fine. And then the forearm. And then the forearm. And then there's another forearm here, though. You're just trying to piece together what's going on? As am I. I'm just trying to get to a point where I understand what's happened with the skeleton, so that we can... Can you have this when I'm done? You have a demon with 4 arms? You'd have to ask Senor Berlin. This is not a rig that I have any commercial rights to property or sublicense. That's what I'm aware. If you ask Science Streams, I'm sure he'll say yes, but it's an asset that he has commissioned from a third-party asset creator. Generously commissioned from a third-party asset creator. However, I don't know if something got lost in translation. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these fucking bones, bro. You know what I mean? Typically, we want 1 set of bones for 1 set of vertices. Typically, an arm has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And we've got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 bones in an arm. And the extra bones all have vertex pairings, but they're not connected to each other. They're not even in the same hierarchy. Looks like you've got some graphical glitches. No, this is exactly correct. This is exactly correct as to what it should be. What I'm saying is there are 2 skeletons in the 3D mesh, and they both have weightings for the vertices that they are aligned to. So I have 2 arm skeletons. This one is a typical arm skeleton that we have here. You know, we have... It's actually slightly slightly more crazy than a typical arm skeleton, because we have all the metatarsals modeled individually, which is glorious. But and then we actually have extra metatarsals modeled. I don't know why. That's extraneous. With 3 fingers. Yeah, so we have, you know, front finger bone, middle finger bone, early finger bone, metacarpal. I don't know why there's 2, but it's you know, palm and hand, palm and pinky. Oh yeah, right. It's palm and pinky. These are the right. Okay, so no, there aren't metacarpals. There's 3 finger bones, and then there's an end bone, which has been added by the Blender exporter. An elbow IK. I don't know what you're talking about, Shikama. Elbow IK. That thing up there. This thing up here. This is Def Hand R10R. I don't know what it is. That's what we're trying to figure out. And why it's in the mesh. Yes. Are you saying we should just suck it up and use all of these crazy bones? Those aren't connected. That's a whole separate limb. No, they are connected, look. But I mean, they're not connected. They're in a different skeleton. They're in a different bone hierarchy. Look. That's this. Okay, they're not in a different bone hierarchy. Interesting. They're in the same bone hierarchy. That is because Unreal has imported them as the same hierarchy, and there are 2 different hierarchies in Blender. We have root and MCH torso parent. These are entirely separate hierarchies in the Antonia Princess armature. Thank you, Shikama. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It looked like they were the same limb. They are the same limb. That's the problem. They are the same limb, but it's hard to align a physics asset to these. 1, because we have end bones in the place of the actual end bone, and 2, because we have these, which, you know, which one is for FK, which one is for tweak, which one is an IK pole. Like, Unreal Animation doesn't use stuff like that. Unreal Animation has its own IK shit going on. You can use the normal stuff, true. How do I reload an asset? If I go here and then I go reload. Is it Control P? Nope. You're doing that weird physical bone programming stuff? I'm just trying to make a physics asset and have a skeleton for this character to have character animations in it that works. It's majorly important that this works. Which is why I suggested to Team Lead Berlin that we should have a professional make the rig for the character, so that the character animations could be, you know, not made by an idiot like me who doesn't know what they're doing rigging a character. However, I get the sincerest feeling that while the person who has provided the rig is a very capable 3D modeler and rigger, they have very limited experience and understanding of using Unreal Engine to make a video game. That's what I'm saying. And that has resulted in a very detailed, aren't I professional? You followed me and everything. I know, right? You've been played. Shazam. I work in cubes, Shikama. I work in tiny little square cubey boys. Have you seen the cubey boys that I work in? Have you seen the tiny cubey boys that I work in? Seen these cool cubes? This is what I do. If I need to make a frame of animation, I just make a new model. Like like I have skeletal animation scares me. It's skeletal. They're meant to stay on the inside, man. I'm very happy with this bike though. It needs an exhaust pipe, but apart from that, it's pretty good. It's pretty much there. Wait. I'm waiting. Welcome back, Reno. You're just in time to see my PC go on fire. Are you one of them? I don't do bones, I just draw another arm like an animator instead. Yeah. I can't load the project, but I'll load the game. I'll show you directly. I'll show you directly. Where is it? No more fire today. I will show you directly. It's just different meshes being swapped in, Shikama. And then your brain does the work and it's like, it's moving. You know? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it glorious? It kind of reminds me when I was doing fixing wing aircraft flying, hopped onto helicopters trying to show me how to fly them. It's all backwards. All the tried passed out trying to think we were all gonna die. You know, but it moves. And check this one out. Swag. Swag, swag, swag. The particles make that animation. The particles destroy my GPU. He was pushing forward instead of backwards. Oh yeah, you gotta tilt the helicopter in the direction which the main rotor gives you thrust, don't you? That's simple geometry. That's right, Shigama. Brain hurt. You ready to sing the Snake Eater theme song? This is a long ladder. This is all just animation, yeah. It's just a whole bunch of different meshes just swapped in at the right time. Stairs as well. Stairs, sideways stairs. Going back downstairs. Oosh. And it all runs in real time on the CPU. How do I escape? How do I get out? The Windows menu popped up. I thought I was about to F4 my entire PC. Anyway, don't need to learn anything else. You have enough stuffed in your brain. You have no more. That's what I thought, but sadly I'm going to have to learn what a skeleton is and how it functions. And why it do. And I just don't like the attitude that people who use Blender and have skeletal animations in their Blender, they're just like, when they talk you through it, it all makes sense. And then when you try and do it yourself, nothing makes sense. Skeletons make sense. Skeletons don't make any... This skeleton does not make any sense. And yet a professional has produced this for us, right? With the prime goal that it made sense, right? But it doesn't make sense. Right? I mean, look at it. That is a spine bone. You don't mean to say this, but you have an extra limb. All of a sudden you want barbecue. Oh man, barbecue would be so good right now. But it's like this for all of them. They all have these extra bones. So I have 8 extra limbs. Or 4 extra limbs. 8 limbs total. Well, 10 limbs total. And double the bones in the legs as well. But they're not overlapped. They're part of the same hierarchy, but there's 2 of each bone. There's a thigh, there's a shin, and then there's a foot, and then there's a toe, and then a toe, and then a toe end, right? It's actually meant to be... Don't just sit there fixed. Foot R is there, but it's the end. It's the end nugget. So if we went to our beautiful engine content, starter content, engine content. Five doesn't automatically rig now. Don't even. Skeletal mash, Manny. Here we go. You know what? This is a lot more of a nightmare than I thought it was going to look like. This has got a whole bunch of IK pores in it. And a whole bunch of overlapping bones. I take everything back. I take everything back. This skeleton is perfect. And allegedly, there aren't even IK pores. And this, what is this? IK hand, okay. IK hand gun, of course. Pelvis. IK foot. IK foot. IK foot root. Center of mass. Root. This is the new Manny. I was looking for the I was just looking for the regular mannequin, but it'll do. It's a... Okay, so... If I close that, it didn't even ask me to save, so it looks like me messing around with those bones didn't do anything. Thank goodness. But it also looks like there's a whole bunch of overlapping bones in Manny. So now I have to wonder. Like, all my understanding of all of this stuff has just been thrown out the window instantly. And now I don't even know what year it is anymore. Get me off this whirly gig. Maybe it can be fine. Open those asset editors, yes. You have a look at the physics asset of many. You ever post to ANGY? They always downvote me for no reason. Yeah, ANGY is like the most toxic community on the planet. You upload something and they'll just meme at you and make fun of you like until you delete the post. Downvote you. You don't get any upvotes on ANGY. You zoning out? Fix what? Yes. Yes, Reno. Fix. So apparently it's entirely legal to have a whole bunch of extra bones, and it's totally fine, and we shouldn't even worry about it. Reno, fix it. Fix the fix this. You just use Imgur as free image hosting. You're doing it wrong. That's what I used it for. But like, I I just host everything as a public post as well. I don't know why this is... Oh, right. Yeah, no, I see. Mixamo works in Unreal. What the heck is going on? Mixamo works in any 3D environment. It's just an animation tool. But we don't talk about Mixamo because it's made by that company. There's no self-collision on that foot. There's self-collision on this foot, but not this one. Is it something about the mirrored asset? That's pelvis and that's pelvis. Pelvis. Okay. But it used to need a bone translator in UE4. Not Claire. Not Claire. No, not Claire. This. Come over here, Reno, and use your 3D modeling knowledge to help me help me. So the things I'm noticing is that the spine is organized in this, and the spine in Princess Antonia is... So what are the extra bones inside the arm for, right? Let's go to the arm. Not the arm constraint, the arm. And let's have a look at the bones that we have in the arm. So we have clavicle out and clavicle scapula. So there's shoulder... bones for the shoulder. Claire always tells you how to fix things. Upper arm R, right? Okay. So upper arm R. Claire seems like a fantastic person. True. She is. Speaking of Claire being a fantastic person. And check out Clever. Hang on. Hold on. You're just skipping over all this? What's this? Not the constraint. Oh, for the love of Christ. Can I click on bones in this view? So we've got this bone, which is hand R. We've got this bone, which is lower arm twist R. Twist bone, okay. And lower arm twist 2. They're twist bones. They're twist bones. They're not IKA and they're not deform bones. They are twist bones for the rotation of the forearm. Interesting. But there's 2 of them. Double interesting. He's got carbon fiber fingertip. Interesting. Index R. Index 2 R. Index 1R. Oh, he's got a shit ton of palm bones. What the hell? Metacarpals modeled. Metacarpals modeled, kids. This is a detailed skeleton. Regular Manny just has a palm bone. Wait till you get into facial animation and see the 200 bones you need. Nope, there's head bone. That's it. Head bone. Head bone. So we don't need the second arm chain, and we do need a more organized spine chain. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's totally gonna be fine. I'm gonna write it in the Trello that everything is gonna be fine. Don't panic. You just do it. You just do it. You go to Blender, you just do it. Blank. Important note. Will be fine. To do game work. It's not really a framework, but it is game work. Princess Antonia, brackets, and by extension, the generic ant skeleton, do it. That goes right to the top of the to-do. Change the cover to a red because it's important. We do it, and then we add a checklist. Checklist. Boom. First one is learn how to bone for Unreal. Oh no. The list. Yes. Add an item. Learn how to bone for Unreal. Then we merge both bone hierarchies, and then we clean root bone, spine bone, and remove secondary arm bones. Optional. That's what she said, Mana? God damn it. Optional. Use Manny's skeleton as a base. And just steal. Okay. I would really like it if checklists showed up on this page, you know? It's very, I don't want to click it to have to do any of this stuff, you know what I mean? That's one of the main things that annoys me about Trello. The 2 things that annoy me about Trello. It's very wide. Right? Every time you add a new list of stuff to do, it gets wider, which is not cool. And point 2, to learn anything about anything you've written on a Trello, you have to click on the tab, and it removes your interactive ability of any of the other stuffs in the Trello board at that exact moment in time. Anyway, the time has come The time has come to get ourselves drinks and prepare for the cuppa. So, thank you for coming to watch the game development segment. If you came to watch the game development segment, I know it was a bit of fire, but I appreciate you being here as moral support.